this video on computer programming, and in this video we are going to drive through the concept of programming. We are going to explain and illustrate some terms such as what is an algorithm, what is a variable, what is a parameter, what is an argument, what is an array, and finally we are going to build a fun game called To Show using JavaScript code. I'm Michael and this is code reset. Now, what is computer programming? There are various definitions for this term. One definition we can give is computer programming refers to writing of algorithms to be executed or to be performed by a computer using programming languages. Now, do you know something? Your mobile phone or your computer cannot work on its own unless the programmer tells it to do so. The applications you see on your mobile phone or on your computer desktop, the ones which manages the software and hardware components of the computer, and then the ones which perform specific tasks such as YouTube, Facebook, WPS, Instagram, and the ones you have on your phone right now, all perform their roles based on the algorithms the computer programmer has put in place. Next is what is an algorithm. An algorithm simply refers to step-by-step or the procedures which solves a specific problem. Now let's check it out on our board. Now we are still on algorithms. Previously we described or we explained algorithms as the step-by-step or the procedures to solve a specific problem. Now let's have a basic math problem and then let's put down the steps or what we call the algorithms. Okay, we also say the procedures to solve this basic math problem. So we have this problem: x plus 4 is equals to 10. Now this is a problem. Now what we are trying to say is what value of x when we add 4 will give us 10, or in other words, what number, okay, when we put in place of x and then when we add 4 to it will end up resulting in 10, or will give us the answer 10. Now let's put down the steps or the algorithms. Okay, so steps or the algorithms. Now let's write the steps of the algorithms. Now what do we do? So x plus 4 is equals to 10. So we can further by saying x is equals to 10. Okay, so numbers at one side, the numbers at one side, and when 4 is crossing the equal to sign, if it's positive, it turns to negative. So x is equals to 10 minus 4. Now let's continue. We can say x is equals to, so 10 minus 4 is 6. So this is what we call the algorithm or the steps. So we started from this place, okay, and then we ended up with our answer, which is 6. Now this is the algorithm we are talking about, the steps which we use to solve x plus 4 is equals to 10. Now let's have it in a practical way, or let's look at it in another way. Alright, so this is the game we'll be building in the latter part of our video. Okay, so what we have here is a structured algorithm. Okay, so this is a language we have put in place, or this is a form of an algorithm we have put in place in order to let the computer perform a role we intend for it to play. Okay, so we want the computer to perform a role which is our game. Okay, so this is how it goes. If it's a lottery game, okay, so if I hit 4 and then if the user hits 7 again, okay, and then hit some play, so it says today's To Show is 7-7 and then I am a loser. Okay, so we have done this, or you've placed this language. So this is the language the computer understands. Okay, and this language is called JavaScript. This is a programming language. We have various programming languages such as Java, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, C++, C, PHP, and then you have plenty of languages. Okay, all right. So please don't go till the later part of this video, and I bet you it's going to be fun. This lottery game is going to be fun. Okay, so we'll be able to structure, to write down these algorithms. Okay, and then you will be able to play this game with your friends or your family, and then you show them what you have got. Now, what is a variable? A variable allows the computer to store and then manipulate data in a dynamic way. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's check it out. Now, let's do this in a mathematical way first. So let's assume we have a question which says if x is equals to 3, so x plus 3 is equals to x plus y. So hope you can recognize this question. Okay, so what we are trying to say is okay, so let me highlight this. So what we are trying to say is x, which is a variable, which you know x is a variable, holds the number 3. So wherever we see x here, we are going to put 3 in it because x holds 3, or x is storing 3. So wherever we see x here, we know it's 3. So let's solve this. So let's put down the algorithm or the steps, as we know. So algorithm or steps. So what do we do? So x, we know x is 3. So 3 plus 3 is equals to, we know this x2 is 3. So 3 plus y. Now what do we get? 6 is equals to 3 plus y. Now what do we do next? So numbers at one side. So we're pushing this to this place, okay, to this area. Now we know if a positive number crosses the equal to sign, it turns to negative. So we have 6 minus 3, okay, so minus 3, okay, so the 3 has changed to negative, is equals to y. Now we can further by saying 3, so 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 is equals to y. Y is equals to 3. So this is what I mean. Now let's have this in a practical way using JavaScript codes. Now, before we continue with variables, let me introduce you to this app. Okay, so this app, JS Run. Now this is the app I use to write my JavaScript codes, or I use to write my JavaScript algorithm, and this is the same application we'll be using to build our game, or to build our Tushio game. So make sure you have this application on your Android phone or on your iOS. Okay, so that's how you download it. So on your Android phone, you can move to Play Store and then search for JS Run and then just hit on download, or on your App Store, search for JS Run and then do the same purchase. Or it's for free. It's for free. Okay, so make sure you get this app so that you are able to hang out with me anytime you search this. Okay, so let's open the app and then let's do our variables. Alright, previously we discussed variables allow computers to store and manipulate data dynamically. Now let's make it more interesting using JavaScript programming language. Now in mathematics, if we want to declare a variable, we just write, if we want to choose x, we just write x is equals to 5. Okay, so meaning 5 is stored in x. So wherever the computer sees x, or wherever we see x anyway, we know x is 5. Okay, now in JavaScript programming language, if we want to declare a variable, if we want to write a variable, we use a keyword, which is the var keyword. Okay, so we write var. Okay, which tells us we are about to declare a variable. So var, and then we write a variable name. So let's say var x is equals to 5. So here what we are just trying to say is we are storing 5 in x. Okay, so we are making an x variable and then we are storing 5 in x. So wherever the computer sees x, the computer assumes it's 5. Okay, now let's make it more interesting. Let's add another variable. Okay, so let's say variable y is equals to let's say 4. Okay, so here too we are trying to say we are storing 4, okay, in y. So wherever the computer sees y, the computer is going to assume it's 4. Okay, because we have declared y as variable, okay, storing data dynamically. Now let's add another variable. Let's say var z is equals to x plus let's say y, okay. Now from here I think you can assume the answer, okay. So from this expression we say var z is equals to x plus y, okay. Now what do you think will be the answer? Okay, so I can hear 9, 9, 9. All right, so 9 indeed is the answer. Now let's see what the computer has, or let's see what the computer will bring out, okay. So to print our final results, okay, to print our final result, we use a keyword which is console, okay. So we are going to type console.log, okay. So whenever we want to print an answer, okay, or whenever we want to print out a result, we write console.log, okay. And then in the console.log, in the parentheses which we've introduced, we put what we want to print, okay. So now in this case we want to know what is z, okay. So let's type z in it, and then so after doing this, you on the right corner you find a play symbol, okay, a play symbol, okay. So you can tap on this play, and then this is our answer, okay. So boom, we have our answer to be 9. Okay, now let's have one last example, okay. So we are going to introduce another variable, okay. So just say variable a is equals to so this time we are not going to do numbers. This time we are going to assign words to our variables, okay. So let's make words. So to assign words, or to tell the computer these are words but not numbers, we introduce a quotation mark, okay. So a quotation, so double quotations, okay. So here we can now write our words in it, okay. So here we can write something like computer, okay, so computer programming. So var a is storing computer programming. So wherever the computer sees a, it assumes it's computer programming, okay. So it's storing and storage, okay. So storing data dynamically. All right, now let's have another variable which says variable, so let's make it b, okay. B is equals to okay, so here let's have this word s, okay, s. Now let's have one last variable which is variable c, okay. So c is equals to fun, okay. Now one last variable, okay. So variable the second one, what we did is we stored s in b. So wherever the computer sees b, it assumes it's s. And then the third one, wherever the computer sees c, it assumes it's fun, okay. All right, so one last variable, okay. So let's name it variable answer, okay. So ans is equals to, so if variables can be words, it can be letters, okay, anyhow you want to put it. So var ans is equals to, so let's say we do a plus b plus c, okay. Now can you predict the answer, or can you bring out the answer yourself? What do you think the answer is? All right, so I can hear someone saying computer programming is fun. So let's see what the computer has, or let's see what the computer will bring to us, okay. So we want to know what answer is, okay. We want to know what our variable answer is, ans, okay. But we know ans, our variable ans is storing a plus b plus c. So which one is a? Computer program. Which one is b? B is s, okay. So we know a, okay, we know a is computer programming, and then we know b is s, and then we know c is what? S, fun, okay. So we are doing the addition, okay. So how do we print it? The keyword is console.log, okay. Console.log to print our answer. So console.log arms. Okay, so let's see what we would result. Okay, so just hit so on your right top corner the play button. Okay, so just hit on the play button, then let's see. So the computer brings us computer programming is fun. So this is the answer we had. Okay, so we would end with variables here, and then we would continue with arrays in the next video.